Hi, welcome back. Now then, this comes in the kit, which is a little bit, basically a carrier deck, which is quite nice, and it's just a cardboard piece of cardboard with a thing on, but you can use it as a diorama and put the model on, which I thought was really nice. So, colour scheme wise, probably do the box art one, which is this one. Right, so that is subject to change, depending, see how I feel. I'm not quite sure what these colours are, you have to mix them, it's a mix. So, and they're all like that, they're all like this light blue, strange blue colour. So, I'll probably do the box art one, but let's get cracking with it. So obviously the first thing, let me just tidy this up. First thing is to get on with the cockpit. Now I'm going to build this with the pilots in it, so I don't have to worry about seat belts and things like that. But I'll build it out of the box as much as I possibly can, because I don't see any reason not to with this one. If I had any more detail, it'd be my own, there won't be any bought stuff. So let's get cracking with this bit. Right, in this video we're going to do everything to get the cockpit built up to. So it's quite a lot actually, because it includes the front undercarriage bay as well, right up to the point where the front nose is built, if you like, and then we'll move on to the wings and stuff. So I'm going to have to identify all the parts we need for this. And being a typical Tamiya kit, the parts are spread over multiple sprues, which I find really irritating, but that's just how they are. That's the only thing wrong with Tamiya kits, that and the decals of course. Okay, there's lots of consoles on this, depending on which version you're building. I'm building B. Am I building B? No, I'm not. I'm building A, which is this one. So depending on which one you choose, it depends on which consoles you fit to the sides, and it also influences other things on the actual main consoles as well. So you've got your main cockpit tub like this, and then each console fits, let me get the right ones, not going to glue them in yet, in these little sockets, which are very good, they fit beautifully. You just need to choose the right one. Being cynical, I don't get rid of the maps. It does, but you wouldn't be able to tell when you're piloting and the cockpit's shut. I think you'd have a job on anyway. But if you want to be technically accurate, basically those four pieces fit there, but we're not going to do that yet. Bits you can glue in now, that piece, the foot pedals for the front, because they're built into on the back, and the ejection seat at the back, the rail for that, so that can go in there. So I want to glue those two pieces in first. Right, instrument console, choose the right one for the model you're building, and then you've got this piece that goes just there. Glue that in place. There's also this piece to go on the bottom, but I'm going to paint them separately because that bit's black, so I want to paint that after, if you like. Right, these are 26, I'm not kidding, 26 pieces that make up that cockpit. That's not including decals either, there's some decals to go on as well. And they're scattered over 5 different sprues. So yeah, and you've got to make sure you get the right component for the right model of aircraft you're building. So the plan is now, the initial colour is, it's calling for XF19, which is sky grey. And each panel, try and get this to focus, and then the panels are picked out in black. And again there's some decals on as well, so each panel's got picked out in black, so it's going to be quite tricky to paint these accurately. But the first thing to do is get it primed up and then get them painted this colour, and then we'll go from there. I'll be back when I've painted them grey. Right, okay, all the parts are painted grey. The only way to do this is to brush paint the black bits, and they're very, 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 very small. The black part is a raised detail, it's raised above the grey, but not very much. So to do that, I've got my normal reading glasses, and then I've got these glasses as well on top of that, and a very, very tiny brush. So it's just a patience game now, going through all of it. and picking out each individual panel. It's I can't do it on camera, unfortunately. It's too small and I can't get close enough. If I do get close enough, all you'll see is my head, basically. So it's just a case of picking out every dial in black, like that. Yeah, I quite like doing it actually. It's a challenge, but it's very, very time consuming. But I think it'll work out quite nicely if I can pull it off. It's just patience, really. There are some decals to go on as well, so I think it'll be alright when it's done. But I'll get all the black bits done and I'll be back. There we go. Right, I've just spent a couple of hours painting up these panels. Headset and magnifying headset and everything. Very, very tiny stuff. I'm kind of quite enjoy doing it, really. You can get aftermarket 3D decals for this if you want to do, but I quite like the challenge of doing this, really, and it's like a challenge to try and see if you can actually copy that and make it as good as a 3D decal. I don't know. Anyway, there's a bit missing. Oh, it's there. That's a clear part, actually. That needs painting in black as well. So what I need to do now, it needs more colours added, actually, little bits of red and white and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do is put the side panels, 3 of them, which is 4 of them, sorry. Those side panels can go onto there now. At least then when they're on there I can hold the thing better as well. I'm not going to put the instrument panels on just yet. Side panels will need a bit of dry brushing and stuff to bring out some detail in them, but we're getting there. Please excuse the cat. Just show you these things, they just pop on like that, and they just fit seamlessly. Beautiful things. Right, there we go. It's all the side panels fitted and the front panels fitted. Not by any means finished yet. So what I want to do now is give all this little lot coat of satin varnish just to seal the painting and everything, and then I can start adding some little bits more of detail. It won't need a right lot more, to be fair, but there's just some little splashes of colour and things like that, and a bit of, I don't want to weather it too much because I think you can go too far with this scale. I think it'll end up looking a bit like a blobby mess if you overdo that. And yeah, I'll get it lacquered up and I'll be back. Right, that's the cockpit done as far as I can see. I can't paint anymore. I'm going blind. Honestly, it's tiny as this stuff. But I've got to say, it's very doable. You've just got to use extremely tiny paintbrush. I used Vallejo for the silver, just a bit of Airfix for the black, and painted the whole thing grey, and it's got the decals on there and everything. Put UV resin on the panels when it were finished. But I don't think there's any need to go throwing away 20 quid on some PE for it when it paints up quite nice. I think it paints up lovely, does that. It's taken me about, I don't know, 3 or 4 hours I suppose to do that, give or take. Now what you do now is there's these side panels that fit on there. There's 4 of them on each side, if you like. I'll just try and show it on camera. I'm just going to zoom back out a bit. They'll only fit in one place, but you can't see them. You can paint them as much as you want, but you can't. Once it's on in the model, you can't. I don't think you better see much of them because they kind of curve away like that much. So once you're never going to see it at that angle. All you ever do is see them at this top face, so you don't see in. So once they're glued on there, you're never going to see them again. But I'll get them glued on anyway. And there we go. I'm fitted. I'm really impressed with that cockpit. It paints up lovely. It just takes a lot of patience. It really does. But yeah, I'm happy with that. It doesn't show fitting the seats or pilots or anything at the moment, so I'm just going to follow the instructions as it comes out of the box. So it's obviously easier to paint without the pilot, the seats sticking out and all sorts of stuff. So we'll do them at the end of whenever it says in the instruction book. Next job is to fit the undercarriage bay on the bottom. Right, these are all the undercarriage parts. It creates basically a coffin-shaped box for the wheel undercarriage to fit into. This is a very clever idea. I like how they've done this. It's to stop you having to build a whole model with the undercarriage in there. It's just a stub of undercarriage, and then you just glue it on afterwards, which is great. I like that idea a lot. So they need all painting white actually to start with, and then just some detail picking out on them. So I'll probably prime them white first, and then I'll give them a coat of LP, whatever gloss white is. I like gloss white. It resists panel liner really nicely, and it doesn't dry gloss if you don't overdo it. And then I'll probably prime it anyway, probably lacquer it over with some satin anyway, so get that done, I'll be back. Alright, painted all the components white. It's just a case of putting a wash in there now really. I'm a bit resistant to do this, but I think it's the only way to bring out any detail in it. So I'll just go through it all. So just take it steady with it. I'll tell you a secret as well, don't tell anybody though, I didn't prime this. Just painted it straight onto plastic. Shh, don't tell anybody. You can do that with lacquer based paint. No problem. So I'll just go through the whole thing, do that and I'll be back. This is a little ball thing, it's supposed to have silver stripes around, silver bands around it. Painting those, an absolute nightmare. So what I'm going to do is cut some strips of foil and then just stick it around because it's self-adhesive, this stuff. There we go, some bands on there. Right, okay, that's undercarriage. So basically these sides just go into each side there, you've got an end cap and a what have you. And that plunger, that piston there plugs into the side of the undercarriage just there. Obviously another leg goes on there a bit later, so I'll get that assembled. Basically it's quite fiddly though, it's in fact that's the wrong one. And it doesn't actually, when you put that in there it flops about a bit like this. So I don't want to glue it in with too permanently glue because I've got to get the end bits on. So you assemble it like this. And glue those two pieces on, get the leg in, and then put the end bits on. So it's a bit fiddly to try and show on camera. So I'll get it built up and I'll be back. Okay, what I've done, I've just dropped some extra thin in those points where it comes through the bottom. And they'll still move at the moment. It's starting to grab quite quick actually. But at least they're permanent enough now to put this piece in, which is the undercarriage leg. Make sure I get it the right way around. So I need to get that in there before it sets too much. And that just engages with that pin there, look. Very clever engineering. I have to be very careful putting a tiny bit of glue in there. But that's going to be too much, is that? In fact, I'm not going to touch that. I'm just going to leave it. And I'll glue it from the sides. Right, so don't actually need to glue that in place at all. So that's in. And then you've got your piece here, like a little jigsaw puzzle. And it drops in there like that. Again, that can be glued from the bottom there. None of kit as good as this, it's just superb. Everything fits so well. And then you've just got your end piece on, which goes like so. Beautiful thing. Absolutely stunning. I love it. I'll just basically glue it anywhere it touches really. There we are, an undercarriage bay. I don't know how else I could do that. It's glossy at the moment. I'll probably flat it off, or I'll give it a blast with some satin when it's all dried. I'll let the panel liner go off properly and everything. But at the moment it's fine as it is. It'll probably get blasted with that anyway when I build the rest of the aeroplane. But I'll probably give it a do in a bit. So the next job, now that that's built, you flip it over, and then that bit just glues on there like that. So I'll get that done. Okay, it shows fitting this piece, which is like an infill piece that goes there. That's no big deal. And then on the other side, you've got this piece here which paints over, which fits just there. If you look at it from that side, you can see it poking out that little opening there. So yeah, you got that bit. Fits beautiful again. That bit. Now we can put the fuselage together. So to do this, it's very, very simple. That bit, you've got locating lugs. There's one there, and one there. So that goes to that point there, that point there, and then that goes there like that. Lower it in, I suppose, but I think it'll probably just hold there on its own. And there we go. Everything's painted and ready to go, and you've got that beautiful undercarriage thing there. Looks really cool, does that? I'm impressed. So I'll get that joined together and I'll be back. Okay, I've got some panels to fit now. So we've got this one, it's specific to the Model A version that we're building. Different ones for different models, so check that when you're building the kit. And then you've got that bit, goes from the way up, goes there like that. I'm assuming on different versions of the kit you can have these open and stuff, and these are dowels that go on there, but it shows, I think they're for ladders and stuff like that, I'm not sure, cutting these off. So we'll just cut them off, and then they drop in like that. Try and get that one close enough. There we are, just fit those panels on there and I'll be back. Okay, another panel to fit is this one on the bottom there. Look at that, absolute perfection. Yeah, there's the tiniest amount of glue in these little joints to just fit so well. So that's that bit. And then we've got this piece to go in there, sorry. That bit goes in there like that, but I need to paint in black first, so I'll be back. Yeah, so right, cockpit frame painted up. Just hooks in there like that. Just drops into place. So to glue that in place, I'll do that off camera. I'll just be careful with that actually. I don't want to get any we'll see. So that's it, that's the front first part of the build done. I'm doing this in between doing the Tornado that I was going to start, but I'm waiting for parts to come for the Tornado. As soon as I took the box lid off, I realised that it needed loads of aftermarket parts, or at least it does the way I want to build it. I've ordered it and they're coming from like 3 different places, so I can't do anything with that kit until I know everything's arrived and ready to go. So this is an in-between kit, so I have to do in-between. So I'll do parts of this and parts of the Tornado and then see how it goes. Tornado's going to take a lot more doing than this one. This one's what I would affectionately call a shake and bake. It's just painting and glue together. It's so easy to build, it's unbelievable. I mean, obviously the painting of the camo, not camo, the actual paintwork will need some care because it's got some nice colour schemes on it and it's going to need a little bit of weathering and stuff like that. So so far I'm really pleased with that. The undercarriage bay looks really nice and the cockpit's really nice out of the box. I'm really happy with that. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. So that's part 1 of the Tomcat. Part 2 to follow. Thanks for watching.